Alrighty, so I seen a couple of people using this team on Skol and Hati, which is the dogs, and I kind of wanted to try it out because obviously Demon King is new, and a couple of people are interested in seeing him in Demonic Beast Battle stuff. And I don't have the highest hopes for him, I'll be 100% honest. I think Bird is easy enough to where you can use basically anybody. Deer is pretty easy as well, but because he is a dark unit, it's not going to work out too well. You kind of just, I mean, I guess you could use him and maybe Lost Vein, but you won't be able to run as many demons. Well, maybe you could. I don't know. You could make it work, but it just these dark units don't really work too well on the deer. And then Skol and Hati, I think, has a pretty decent option here. Obviously, less demon focused, but at the end of the day, this should still be able to do some pretty good stuff. I've seen Gogo use this team, and I think Nagato also used this team in his showcase. So I'm pretty interested to see how it goes. We're using the deer card set. I do only have HP defense set for DK at the moment, so just know that my damage could be better if I was on an attack crit damage set. I'm going to have to test this out a little bit and see if Thonar is actually the one getting targeted here. DK does have the damage cap, which could be kind of nice, but I'm not 100% sure on how this is going to go. I'm assuming because he has an HP defense set on that he is not going to be the one that gets targeted, so we'll kind of hope that we can either beat it fast enough to where Thonar doesn't take as much damage, or we may have to mess around with the gear a little bit and try to make it to where he is the one getting targeted. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, you've probably noticed that the mic is not as good as it normally is, and I don't have a webcam on. I am currently not at home on my normal setup, so that is the reason for that. So let's go ahead and throw this away. I'm not too worried about keeping these DK cards because I'm pretty sure these all of the later demonic beasts end up becoming completely immune to all of the debuffs and stuff like that. So we're gonna maybe do something like this turn one, try to get a damage reduction stack with melee going, and then we'll see how it goes. I have seen a little bit of stuff on him with Nidhogg as well. I don't really think he's going to do well on Nidhogg, to be honest. Like, Nidhogg is just incredibly specific in the cards that you need, and there's not really a whole lot of... I can't really even think of a single demon that has like a stance removal card. I'm sure I can look through them. There might be one or two, but it's not going to be anything like super, you know, relevant or anything like that. So I'm very weary. I don't think it's going to work out too well. But, I mean, we'll probably try. I think floor 1 is easy enough nowadays to where pretty much anybody can, or, well, I say anybody, but it's a lot more accessible now than it used to be. So I'll maybe leave it at that. But, yeah, I think floor 1 is completely doable. I don't think we're going to have any issues with that. I know Nagato made it to the very end of floor 2. And I think he just kind of got shafted on some of his RNG. So I think it's still possible to do it with Demon King on floor 2. I don't know how well it's going to go for floor 3. I think Amazing has a video where he beat all 3 floors with him, but I think that might be a little bit of a stretch. It might be, you know, really hard to pull that off, and it just, like I said, the fight is just so RNG based. It's really ridiculous. So let's maybe throw this away. We're gonna throw this away. We can get some stance cards going here. I might just go ahead and do something like this, so that way we all get ultimates. I do have DK at 3-6. When I was watching Gogo's video, he actually was not able to one-shot this final phase on floor 1 with DK on a 1-6 ultimate, so I'm interested to see if a 3-6 can. It looked like he did about half HP on both of the enemies, so there's definitely that, but not 100% sure. I do know that he decreases enemies' defense-related stats by 20%. That actually is a gray debuff, so there might actually be a pretty decent chance for us to one-shot the last phase, because it will defense lower them and then we attack. The infect here is not great. I kind of wish I would have went for a turn 1 kill on this, but it is what it is, so we can't really do anything about that now. We do have stat increase on everybody at this point, or on DK at this point, so we should be able to kill with these cards on the Black Dog, no problems there. Yeah, pretty much easy peasy. Let's see if this can kill. I just noticed that he was actually targeting DK, which is pretty interesting. I guess that's kind of good in some ways. I mean, he only has the damage cap for 2 turns, and then you keep your whatchamacallit, you keep your damage cap, or you keep your stats for the rest of the fight. So that's actually really interesting. Okay, we only killed 1 dog there. I mean, not bad because we had a bunch of AoEs and stuff like that ready. I think King is still going to be really, really nice to use on this. Unfortunately, we're not using King here. I think King, just like that Purify on his ultimate is really nice. Putting the shield on so you don't get hit as much is kind of nice. We are pretty low already. I think we'll be able to survive a little bit here. I'm not sure. I might have to end up resetting, but I'm just kind of testing things out, seeing how they go. Yeah, let's hop into floor 2. Alrighty, so I'm pretty sure floor 2 has the higher defenses, so we're gonna have to target the smaller dog with Thonar here if we want to proc her passive. Let's try to use this. I'm tempted to use both of DK's cards, but I'd like to save some of them for rank up and get the whatchamacallit, the stats going before I waste it. But at the same time, I kind of do want to lifesteal some. We'll see how this goes, I guess. Hopefully we can get some lifesteal going, but I don't really have any specific ways to heal with this team. Luckily, Melee does really good damage. He is getting damage reduction as well as DK from DK's passive, but they're the only ones actually getting that. Ooh, okay, targeting DK kind of sucks a bit. Okay, not too bad there. I might end up wasting one of these single targets to try to go for a little bit of lifesteal if possible. We may even be able to kill here, so I'm going to try to make sure these don't merge. And I'm going to do something like this, maybe? It's been a while since I've done dogs. I pretty much, I got like burnt out on doing dogs at one point. 134 is not too bad before stat increase. But yeah, I got burned out on doing dogs at one point because it just got to the point where I was farming for like, it took me like 30 to 40 runs to get my dog card set done finally, so I could like try to work on Nidhogg more. And boy oh boy was that very annoying. So I've kind of just like not worried about dogs at all for the past little while. So okay, Demon King still holding on a little bit there. He puts on the stance here. I'm pretty sure in Gogo's video I actually did see him kill through damage cap here, so I'm going to target him. We're going to see how this does, but just in case it doesn't kill, we're going to remove stance. And then maybe throw this out as well, and then we'll merge these for next turn, or for next phase. I'm pretty confident though. This he does a lot of damage. Okay, well, I was a little overconfident. Okay, yeah, maybe should have just went ahead and removed the stance there. Let me reset really quickly on that one. Alrighty, so I'm going to go for this. That'll give us ult gauge as well. We'll hit him with the level 3, and then we'll throw this one away. I would hope that once we get the stance down, I mean, like I said, he is on HP defense, so there could be that being like a big factor on holding us back. Okay, 265 is not too bad there. We do kill. We get a little bit of our HP back. We're about half HP at this point. Unfortunately, his blackout effect is a red debuff, so it can be cleansed off, and most of the time they're going to be completely immune to the damage, like the red debuffs anyway, so we probably won't be able to rely on that. Let's go for... this will hit damage cap twice. We can go ahead and do, hopefully, damage cap with that, and then we can maybe use this to heal Thonar a little bit, and then we can throw this away because we won't end up needing any more cards more than likely, but we won't need that stance cancel either. So level 2, okay, definitely hit damage cap there. That's looking pretty good. Boom, we do that. Hopefully, yeah, we got some pretty good healing back. We're basically all up to full health at this point, so I guess you can kind of use the just passive lifesteal as like a crutch a little bit in case of the healing and everything. So let's go for the Demon King ultimate. That'll lower defense related stats. I'd like to get rid of the Black Dog as much as possible here, so we're gonna go for maybe AoE into single target. Not 100% sure how the AoE is gonna do here. Ooh, those are looking like really good numbers though. Have the defense related stats down. Pretty good. 310 on both dogs is not bad. Hopefully this kills. Okay, we do kill there. 300k is not bad at all. Ooh, he's using a lot of cards though. That's probably really bad RNG on my part. I mean, we have the damage reduction stacks from Melee going, but going into this next floor, you'd like to have as much HP as possible and it's just going to be one of those scenarios where we're just all missing just enough to be kind of annoying. So let's go for... Well, I got to be careful because I've already hit this dog, what, 3 times? So I basically have to kill or else he's going to pop his passive, which is not good for me. Let's go for the Demon King then. We'll go for DK cards if possible, and then do something like this. Here, I don't know that we're going to be able to kill with just this one card. You got to remember that if you hit 5 times, he basically just like gets a resurrection buff, kind of like Light Liz's passive, so you kind of have to be careful on how many cards you use. AoEs aren't the... Well, I mean, as long as the AoEs hit really hard, they can be good, but if they don't hit very hard, then it can kind of screw you over there. But full HP on both of those, so not looking too bad so far. Alrighty, so here we are in floor 3. I'm pretty I don't even remember what... I think I have my normal card set on her, the attack crit one. I'm gonna try to go for this. I'm pretty sure I can actually hit without patiencing in this floor, so we're gonna go for this. Maybe go ahead and throw the AoE away here, and then double single target for the, or well, I guess we're technically already using a single target, so we would have already gotten Melee's passive. Maybe could have just wasted the Melee AoE here instead, but we'll get a little bit of damage off, and it should be okay. Hopefully we can get a stance cancel going, so that way we can, because once the other dog puts up the stance on this phase, if I'm not mistaken, he starts to gain a lot of defense-related stats, or maybe it's these buffs, I can't remember exactly, but he starts to take a lot less damage. Ooh, targeting Thonar here is not great for us. We really need to try to get her ultimate at some point, so that way we can try to kill with it, and then push for some lifesteal there. So, let's go for... We can use the Freyr cards to remove stance, so let's do something like this. That's double single target for the melee buff. I may even go ahead and do... I kind of need to move Thonar's cards, though. We didn't get any extra Thonar stuff, which is unfortunate. This might be really bad for us, actually. Let's go for... I don't know that I'm gonna... I mean, I guess I can just move this twice. Or, well, I guess I only need to move it once, right? Because I gain an ultimate move gauge from her passive, and then we can maybe save the DK card, use the melee single target into the melee AoE. We'll have the stance removal just in case. Okay, decent damage there, not great, but we do put up the damage reduction stack. He's only attacking twice this turn, getting him down pretty decent on HP. I guess here's hoping that she can survive this. Ooh, that move does so much damage. Okay, the buff, and then, is this going to be a single target? Okay, it's another AoE. We do live, so we've got that going for us. We do rank up. I am going to say we can remove the stance here. We're going to hit with DK. He can hopefully hit damage cap into that right there, which will hopefully kill and give Thonar a lot of HP back. We'll see how that works out for us. Might not be the greatest, but let's see the DK damage. It's all kind of hinging on him a little bit here. Ooh, okay, 347. Not bad at all. Boom, we kill. She gets a lot of lifesteal back. That worked out beautifully, actually. We have the ultimate here. I can actually go ahead and just try to push this phase as much as possible. Hopefully that'll hit damage cap both times. We can get DK's ultimate here. Use this for some extra damage. I really don't want to use this ultimate, so that way I can use it in the second phase if possible. Or in the third phase, technically. We're already using that ultimate. I mean, we could maybe... I guess I'll waste this. I'm gonna feel really dumb if this doesn't kill, though. Alright, what does this look like? Ooh, yeah, I don't think we are gonna kill, which is gonna be really bad. Yeah, let me reset. Let me use the melee ultimate, and we'll see how it goes at that point. Alright, so here we are. Let's go for... this was hitting damage cap both times anyway. I think we can throw the ult away, use this to get some more ult gauge back, and then use this So that way we should get Demon King's ultimate from the Thonar card, and we'll get a little bit of ultimate move gauge on the rest of our guys. May be able to try to push for Freyr's ultimate. Unfortunately, but all three of these cards are not the greatest cards to have in hand, so I'm going to really need some good single target card draw here. We have good buffs on melee at the moment, so here's hoping we can get some amplify cards or something, because I need to try to kill the Black Dog off as quickly as possible. Okay, we're looking decent. We're not looking good, to be honest, but we're looking okay. Let's do something like this, and then he's actually attack-related stat lowered, so I guess I basically need to go for the melee card here. This is going to be rough, I think. Okay. I think that's damage cap. That's obviously not doing very well. Eradication. Okay, 170 is not great there. Okay. Stonear gets frozen. Not pulling like any single target cards, man. Okay, he unfreezes Thonar. This might be okay. One last card from him. I can't remember what this one does. I think this one's bad. Okay, it wasn't actually too bad. Demon King is lowered now. Let's go for Ult Rush play, I think. And then just get rid of some of these cards out of our hand. So that way we can hopefully just try to draw something better along with some ultimates here. The fact that he's alive for 2 turns, I mean, we're pretty tanky, but at the same time, you know, it can all go south very quickly. So here is the AoE. Level 2 AoE, only doing 78, but that was with the attack-related stat lower. Pull 3 ultimates here. Here's hoping we can hang on. Okay, not doing too bad. He's buffing up here. Adaptation's actually really rough. That's going to remove our ultimate, I think. Yeah, it removes 4 gauge. That's actually kind of insane. Those debuffs are also pretty annoying, to say the least. So he is... Oh, I forgot. He puts the taunt on here. Alright, so, I mean, we've basically just got to go for a play here. We're going to go for this to get ultimates back. Hopefully they don't target too crazy. Okay, actually really good damage there. Can we kill the white dog? We do kill the white dog. Okay. So he's using at least 1 card. His ultimate move gauge is a little too full to see. Okay, buffing up. Oh, the Extort is really bad. I forgot. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Okay, I have no way to get rid of that Extort, unfortunately. Actually, this will remove buffs. So that should actually delete the Extort, and then we can go for just as much single target as possible. That ultimate will absolutely kill me. But I think we're good. Okay, I mean, so this was with HP defense, actually. Obviously, you could get some much better results out of him on an attack crit damage set. I just wanted to see if I could actually do it, so I think this is still pretty decent as far as, like, letting you know that, I mean, even if you went the same route that I did and got an HP defense set for him, you might still be able to do it. Obviously, not the smoothest. I think the King team with Escanor is probably still going to end up being better, mainly just because this team is not super demon focused. So you're not getting the most out of like his damage reduction for demons. If you know, obviously you're not going to want to use the part where if they kill a commandment off, it's going to give him stats, because that would just be bad. You don't want your team to die. So yeah, I mean, not the greatest team I've ever seen by any stretch of the imagination. From my understanding, Tyr actually does really, really well on Skol and Hati as well. So you might be, if you've already tested that team out, which I don't think I've tested that out myself, you may be still more interested in something like that. But hey, he gets the job done. So I guess there's that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on using, him on just different PvE scenarios. I might try out a couple of different ones depending on how you guys say that he does. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll try him out in Nidhogg next, so that should be out probably either later the day that this comes out, or maybe the next day. Who knows? But thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later.